Okay, great. I will start out the session, take over the wheel here, and switch to English if that's all right with everyone. Hi, everyone. I'm Ceylan Ersoy, joining you from San Francisco, California, and I'm so excited to be leading the TRAI Next 2021, hosted by the Turkish Artificial Intelligence Initiative. And as you all know, TRAI works to strengthen startups working in the artificial intelligence sector, providing them with capital, market intelligence, community support, and expertise so that they can scale globally. I want to first and foremost congratulate all the startups that have been selected to present today for TRAI Next, and your initiatives and your hard work at creating the future of work is truly inspiring to watch, which is why we're honored to have you to join us today. Having said that, let's go ahead and introduce the structure that we will be following for today's event. So first of all, we will be watching the 3-minute presentations of a total of 9 startups. Following each presentation, we will entertain questions for 2 minutes. And if you want to ask your questions, you are going to be able to see that on the right-hand side of your screen. Once you ask your questions there, during the moderation time of the questions, we will be entertaining them. And at the end of all 9 presentations, we will contribute additional time for questions to the entire panel of startups. And I want to take a moment here to introduce the floor to the first presentation. So the first startup demo. Please join me in welcoming Cameralize.
Hi, everybody. My name is Ufuk. I'm co-founder of Cameralize. I'm sharing the screen. Most of people think automation is important only for enterprises, but the latest research in US, UK, and Canada shows us SMEs are losing billions of dollars and 5% of their annual time because of manual processing. By using existing cameras, you can automate many of these physical tasks done by employees, and you can save your money and time. And now, with using Cameralize no-code platform, you don't need to have any technical expertise to create your solutions. After the registration, you can easily add your cameras into system, and you can create your own workflow with our drag and drop drawing tool. That's it. Your automation is ready to use. Also, we are offering ready-to-use templates which are used before. Automation market is growing, and especially growth rate of software-based solution is increasing twice every year. We are offering different solutions, subscription types to our clients what they need. Free, non-commercial, professional, and enterprise models are some of them. Until today, we analyzed 2 million minutes video records. And also, we are analyzing more than 100 cameras. These are our some important clients. Most of competitors are focusing to software developers, but we are focusing to business side, which has not any technical expertise. As I said, my name is Fukta. This is my second startup. I worked before important startups in Turkey. And my co-founder, Axel, has also good knowledge creating organization in business side. With Cameralize, without having any technical expertise, you can prepare your business to feature. If you want to be part of this journey, please contact with us.
Thank you so much. That was a great presentation. We will be entertaining questions for 2 minutes now. If there are any questions, please do share them with me right now, and we will be directing it to our speaker. And again, if you want to ask questions, you can do so on the right-hand side chat screen. Great. We have no questions right now, which means we will be entertaining your part's questions in the end of the entire panel. Having said that, thank you so much for your pitch presentation, and we will be going forward with Kosher.
Thank you very much. Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Sema Tüfekçiler, co-founder and woman of Kosher Technology Company, which we have established in 2020, specifically for insurance market. Insurance, as you all know, technology disrupts insurance markets a lot, but the challenge is here is not the technology itself, it is how it is delivered is the real key. And insurance, as you all know, is transferring the risk from insured to an insurance company, whereas reinsurance is the practice whereby insurers transfer portion of their risk portfolio to another risk carriers. So Kosher is there in the middle, making these two parties connect in one platform, is creating a kind of marketplace where all these parties, insurance companies, reinsurance companies, and all the intermediaries, making them meet in the same platform, transfer their risks, and do it all their processes in just one platform, in just one unique platform. So what is the current situation right now in the reinsurance and insurance world? It is all manual right now. Operation is very high, very conventional, not effective. Human errors are very high. GDPR not compliant. Audit perspective not compliant, not transparent. Mistakes and errors are causing a lot of financial results, lot of fines and reputational problems. So Kosher is there to solve all these problems. It is the first blockchain-based AI-powered SAS marketplace where all the parties is aimed to take place at unique platform and create the marketplace and manage their transactions in a very digital and smart way. So our value proposition to all stakeholders in a summary in 4 items, we are, putting global standards in the platform, and we are offering a bridge to the new markets to accept and transfer their risks. And we are providing a very high-end technology and also digitalizing all these mass in just one platform. And this is our company roadmap. We are planning to exit in 2026. And prospect clients, another slide, please. 30,000 right now, there are potential clients. This is the worst case scenario, actually. There are more than that number. And we are targeting only 1,500 of them within the 4th year of our establishment. And Kosher product process is, we have gathered 40 plus focus members from the insurance industry in Turkey. We have done all our alpha and beta tests since January 2020. And we have done our POC and MVP with 2 insurance companies, namely Quick and Corpus Sigorta. And here is our team. Myself and my team are, and why we are the only people to back in the space, because we have lived these problems during our professional life and we have found a solution. So the pain is ours and cure is ours. The solution is ours. The co-founders are, back please, co-founders are working within the company, myself, our CEO and CTO and 2 legal officers, and advisory boards is actually a kind of Champions League. These 3 names are reinsurance gurus in the insurance industry. And also I'd like to mention what keeps others out of this world. This is a highly regulated market and you need to have very deep knowledge about the insurance industry and a deep experience on technical and legal side of the insurance industry. So there is a great barrier for others to come in and compete with us. And so the last one is why we need capital to spend it for scale up, network expansion, and advanced R&D. We need 10%, $375,000 for a post valuation of $3.750,000. So thank you for listening to me. I think I'm in 3 minutes. And now I'm here to answer all your questions.
Thank you for that great presentation. Let's take 2 minutes to answer questions. I will be waiting for any questions in the chat section.
Thank you.
As we're also waiting to see these questions, I love the Golden Gate Bridge background as I'm in San Francisco right now as well. Seemingly, we have no questions again. We will wait for the questions in the end of the session. Let's go forward. Thank you again, Kosher. And the next startup we will be entertaining today is Distance.
Hi, I'll just quickly share my presentation. Hope you can see the full screen version. Hi, I'm Deniz, and I'm here to represent my team Distant. And we're developing a location-based augmented reality service. With augmented reality today, developers can put digital content around users, but they have to do it with random placement or they need to recognize a specific physical object being present there. For that reason, AR has always been a nice to have feature and failing to deliver useful information, or at least do it in a scalable fashion. With that in mind, we've been working on Distant Cloud. It's a cloud architecture that allows us to put digital content on top of physical spaces with high accuracy. So we basically make scanning physical spaces as easy as recording a video. Then we categorize and make sense of these environments and make them available for digital content placement in a scalable manner. And the whole architecture is powered by our sophisticated machine learning algorithms. And with its intelligent set of solutions, Distant Cloud enables platforms serving to wide range of sectors, from tourism to retail. For example, we can generate floor plans of properties as easy as recording a video in a fully autonomous way. And we can present personalized interactive digital content inside physical stores for users to gather information wherever and whenever they need. And just like the work we did with Enerji last quarter, we help engineers to work on real world data and project their construction plans onto the field with a centimeter level accuracy. All of these were impossible with current approaches, and they're now possible thanks to my teams, being with me and my friends, Burak and Ergun, unique set of talents and experience on machine learning, mobile development, and augmented reality design. And we're going to generate revenue through digital ads inside physical spaces, and we're going to have a subscription option for developers. We will be presenting our ads of our customers inside the physical stores. For example, a supermarket can host an ad of a coffee maker brand. And developers will be using our service to build their own platforms on top of Distant Cloud. And there are many players in augmented reality market, including the ones shown here in the table, but they mostly fail to deliver scalable content due to the lack of scene understanding we have. That's something we deliver with spatial ads. And we're going for sectors, real estate, energy, and retail, and we've been in close contact with our potential partners and customers. And the strategy can be summarized as starting with Turkey through our network, and going to global with US, UK, and Germany as fast as possible, because Distant Cloud is autonomous and scalable from day one. And we're going for $18.5 million in revenue for the next 3 years. We've finished our POC studies with Enerji. We've been working closely with Zingat and Remax offices for our retail solution. And today we're going for 2 partners in retail and real estate among our leads. And you can see our detailed R&D steps here, and we have KPIs for our customers, partners, and users to realize our $80 million target until 2025. And we need $200,000 to fund our R&D and sales works for 2022, which will be mainly about building a team to move even faster. So with Distant Cloud, we bring an ecosystem of platforms to bring digital into the physical, and we would like to discover collaboration opportunities with potential investors and partners. So thank you for listening. If you have any questions, I would love to hear and answer them.
Thank you so much. That was a wonderful presentation, and it was great to get to know your startup. Let's give it a minute or so to see if we have any questions for you at the moment. There seems to be no questions at the moment. So we will be continuing with our next startup. And Dema, thank you, Distance.
Let me start. Hi, we are Endimo, and we are building B2B software that matches energy demand with cheaper renewable supply. Let me introduce with Jara. Jara is an energy manager of an energy-intensive industry, and her responsibility is to make sure continuous supply of energy to stability of the productions. For this, she has a couple of options to purchase the energy, for example, having long-term contract or weekly or daily basis purchase, and she can also store the energy in sort of battery. And the last things she can also do to use generator uses. To find a proper balance in between all the options of purchasing energy, in order to save money and also save carbon dioxide, is often a difficult task for JARA. So what if we tell JARA to shift her production by 15 minutes so she can save up to 109 euro per megawatt hour and also 44 kilograms of carbon dioxide? So with JARA, we looked in details into her production plant. She has an annual consumption of 130 gigawatt hour, and of which 15% of the energy demand are shiftable. So within our NDMA solutions, she could save up to 540,000 euro in per year, and which is 3% of the total energy costs. And as cheaper electricity price corresponds to the renewables availability in the power grid, so she could also save 220 ton of carbon dioxide per year. So this is not only the JARA's case. We looked into the market and we started by 25 million of total EU companies, then setting some criteria like energy intensity, shiftable of load and load factors. We come up with addressable market size of 630,000. We are currently focused on 5 specific energy sectors, namely steel, chemical, aluminum, cement, and paper, and all of the sectors have in between 15 to 30% of shippable load. And we also make a business model, and our target market corresponds to 1,150 terawatt hour annual consumptions, and we will charge as a monthly license 169 euro per gigawatt hour, and that comes up with about 2 billion of annual revenue, and we are targeting 20% of this to achieve, which is corresponds to 388 million per year. And we looked into the market, and there are several players as our competitors, but our competitors are mainly focusing on visualizing of the energy consumptions and also recommending some white label hardware solutions and to alert when the energy consumption reaches some threshold value. But while we will differ from them by forecasting the renewables in the power grid, and accordingly to forecast the price changes in the power mix to suggest the production plant to shift their energy demand to the time when the price is cheaper. So we will at the same time we will do three things: forecasting, load shifting, and RE integration as our USPs. So here is our team. I'm leading the product development and management, and I have experience in product market fit and sustainable innovations. And Joel Christoph, our head of research, he has a master's in economics and finance, and he is currently pursuing his PhD in energy demand forecasting in Florence, Italy. And in the coming month, we are going to onboard a US-based software team to help us with developing the MVP and test it with pilot customers. Thanks for your attention, and I am looking forward to any of your questions.
Thank you so much for that great presentation, Ndima. Again, we will be entertaining a minute or two of questions. Let's wait out to see if our audience has any questions for you at this time. Okay, great. No questions at this time. So we will be continuing with Leo Drive. Thank you so much, Ndima, for that great presentation. Leo Drive, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Okay, so hi, I'm Samet. I'm a co-founder at Leo Drive. Leo Drive is a full-stack autonomous vehicle company with 6 years of experience, and we are tackling 2 main problems in autonomous vehicle development. Autonomy is a high entry barrier market, and it takes at least $1 million and 15 months to build an autonomous vehicle prototype. This is too costly and time consuming for customers with no prior experience in the space. And to solve this, we offer an off-the-shelf sensor suite called Autonomy Essentials Kit that can be mounted on any passenger vehicle to transform that vehicle into an autonomous development platform at 1/10 of the cost. Any company can start testing autonomy in a couple of months' time using our Autonomy Essentials Kit. On the flip side, OEMs that would like to build autonomous vehicle fleets need a partner to develop the tech as quickly as possible. OEMs like Volvo and Daimler work with top-tier tech companies such as Waymo, Aurora, and Argo AI. From this perspective, we can say that we are the Waymo for small and mid-sized OEMs. We work with such OEMs in a partnership scheme where we utilize an open source development approach that brings great cost effectiveness, transparency, and the chance for OEM to contribute to the development process. The market size for autonomous vehicles is obviously huge. This brings a lot of room for maneuver and the chance to work on many different autonomous use cases in the foreseeable future. We mostly differ from the competition with our business model, actually. Our open source approach enables great cost effectiveness and scalability. And in the meantime, our co-creation mentality allows us to establish firm partnerships, which result in great retention with our customers in the long run. We've recorded nearly $2 million in 2020, and the company had been growing steadily since its inception. We've worked on 3 pioneer projects where we cultivated deep know-how and the way forward for scaling our business. We've built products before and had been an exporter for a number of years already. And our 30+ industrial customers grant us financial stability and an opportunity to convert them into autonomous customers as well. So we almost finalized our Autonomous Essentials kit development, and we have some early adopters for this product. On the partnership side, we're initially targeting autonomous delivery and autonomous people mover segments, where we already have ongoing projects and future commitments. These segments will enable us to turn increasing recurring revenue in the coming years. Our company was founded by 2 co-founders, Arman and myself, then later joined by Fatih. Our team has actual autonomous vehicle development experience thanks to our previous and ongoing OEM projects. We will use the investment to expand our team to increase our throughput for new partnership prospects in the pipeline. And for the first time, we are looking to raise $950,000 to expand our team, move to new offices, and fuel the product development and marketing efforts. Thanks for listening, and I'm happy to answer any of your questions.
Sorry, I was on mute. Thank you so much for that presentation. Let's see if you have any questions at this time. Seemingly, we will be entertaining all the questions in the end of the panel collectively. So thank you so much for that lovely presentation. We will be proceeding with Link Robotics presentation after yours.
Hello. Okay. Let's start with the question. Hello, everyone. I'm Berk Trandi, CEO of Link Robotics. As Link Robotics, we developed a region-based robot localization system for GPS-denied environments, which provides high accuracy and infrastructure-free positioning. Localization is the process of vehicles finding its own course. Localization in GPS-denied environments, especially indoors, is crucial for autonomous vehicles. Target segments are initially industrial AGVs and mobile robots for several uses, in order to improve accuracy and reliability. Use vision-based algorithms along with sensor fusion to obtain localization info. In indoors, GPS and wheel odometry is not reliable. Using a monocular camera for visual odometry along with sensor fusion with laser sensors is our approach. Our business model has 3 diversifications. Our currently developed localization and autopilot box can be deployed as off-the-shelf and can be subscribed monthly. Tailor-made projects according to specific customer needs can be possible with a base integration and subscription fee. Other RD-related and consultative works is listed as engineering as a service. Our primary target market for our product is logistics sector, including industrial intralogistics and commercial warehouses. Mobile robots for various use cases such as service, delivery, and transport can be named as other options. Our product can give 1 centimeter positioning error. On the other hand, DS automation can give 2 centimeters, drag on fly up to 5 centimeters, and acceleration 0.2% in relative mode. I'm Bertrani. I have a master's degree from Politecnico di Milano, and I act as CEO of the company. Mert, on the other hand, is the CTO. He has PhD in robotics from Istanbul Technical. Our main technical partner is NVIDIA. We use a NVIDIA Yatırım-based platform for our products. Our aim is to provide at least 14,000 units globally in 8 years, starting from Turkey and growing in other locations. Our financial forecasts for 3 years are listed. We will require around 180,000 euro investment, which will be used for scale up in Turkey and globally. In 18 months, we will achieve product and market fit, expand the team, develop 5 products, enable business development to reach global markets, and work on profitability. In the end, I show you a video about the precision of our products. Thank you for listening. Feel free to ask any questions.
Given the delays in some questions that we received, we're going to be entertaining all the questions in the end of the panel. So thank you so much for that presentation. We will be continuing with our next presentation, which will be Mobilemed.
Hello? Okay, can you hear me? Yes. Okay, my name is Armağan. I'm one of the founders of Mobilemed. My dad passed away because of heart attack, and this was my motivation to start Mobilemed, which I believe will help save lives. Cardiovascular disease is the leading cause of death worldwide. It is preventable disease when detected early and can be treated easily. Unfortunately, due to bad lifestyle choices, stroke cases are still on the rise worldwide. Our solution is a small, lightweight, flexible, and disposable device which can easily be worn on the chest. Our product can provide maximum accuracy in early detection of cardiovascular diseases and abnormal events. We provide a disposable sensor, a mobile application, and a cloud-based AI algorithm to detect any abnormal beats from daily recordings. Our AI algorithm is different because it can synthetically create personalized training datasets automatically from most representative beats recorded of a person. A standard global AI model has a lower sensitivity and specificity than our patient-specific model, which requires lower training and run times. Our business model is based both B2B and B2C. We plan to offer device sales and subscription for AI service to provide clinics and hospitals alike. The market for skin patches is growing very rapidly and can be divided into medical and wellness, where cardiovascular is only one of the applications of such devices. Our current roadmap includes skin patch devices measuring other vital signals such as body temperature and blood glucose levels. Our initial product of cardiovascular monitoring patch device, we see a market for medical and health-conscious consumers for both in and out of hospital settings. And the global mobile medical market is growing quite fast at the moment. Comparing our product with our competitors such as iRhythm, Vital Connect, and VivaLink, we believe our product is different because it has a built-in personalized AI algorithms that make our product much more patient-friendly and lower cost. Our company started with the support from the Turkish government, and we manufactured and sold products to Turkish Telecom. We won numerous prizes in startup competitions and received seed investment from Nexus Ventures. Our team is very talented and has industry experience in building successful startup companies. We work very closely with experts within academia who have spent their entire lives in developing AI algorithms for detection of cardiovascular diseases, especially Professor Serkan, who has been selected as the world's best AI algorithm in 2017 for the classification of ECG recordings by PhysioNet. We want to initiate medical CE certification process and establish sales and distribution partnerships worldwide. Our solution to healthcare providers, Turkey in the Middle East. We are looking to raise 150K, which will be used for R&D, manufacturing of new skin patch products, government regulations, and sales and marketing purposes. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much for that insightful presentation. As I mentioned before, we will be entertaining all questions in the end of the panel. And so I would love to leave the floor to our next presentation, which is Murmur.
Hi everyone, I'm Emin, co-founder of Murmur. And at Murmur, we're building computer vision-based analytics platform for the outdoor advertising. A lot of companies, they advertise on outdoor, but they actually don't know which locations to pick up, and they don't have any data. They will either guess or use a God to run the campaigns, and those campaigns will be either lucky and successful or bad and wrong. And most brands they using actually they don't know how to measure outdoor campaigns, and they use some bullshit metrics like daily circulation, opportunity to contact, and those metrics are really hard to be sophisticated. Solution is to build analytics platform for the outdoor marketers and show them in real time where their target audiences are located on streets, and target them by showing outdoor ads and get metrics like views, conversion, engagement. And that's what we're doing at Murmur. We use our smart cart of displays on top of vehicles and constantly measuring audiences on street and segmenting them by demographics, behavior, and even by mobile device IDs. And all we use it by using computer vision and sensor technology. After our advertisers, they get analytics dashboard with some valuable metrics like views, engagement, conversion, and audience segments. And our killing feature is that ability to run outdoor and retargeting online ads and vice versa. And that's a feature which puts us to be so unique. Actually, we place our smart screens on top of rideshare drivers and pay them per view. And nationwide, we have 50 registered signups. And daily one display generates 40,000 views. Business model is simple. We charge advertisers 6 cents per view and 5,000 a month to get market research location data. With us, advertisers get the most sophisticated data, and we give them data with 90% accuracy, while other data providers have a data accuracy around 45%. By the end of 2023, so we will launch in densely populated cities across the US, and we'll collect 1 billion data points and generate 1 billion views. We spoke already with big brands like Volkswagen, Mercedes. They're so interested in our technology. And like them, we have 15 enterprise customers, and that opportunity estimated as $60 million in ARR. Actually, we're running 5 pilots with enterprise customers, and we'll sign a contract on January 2022, and extra 4 customers coming on April 2022. And that puts to estimate our ARR as a $3 million. Unit economics is simple. It costs us $2,500 to make that display. Return of investment is 45 days, and one display is shared between 5 customers, and each customer should pay $1,000 a month. We're a team of talented people. I personally have 10 plus years experience as solution architect at Cisco. I'm actually MIT dropout and have master degrees in applied mathematics and economic cybernetics. Yana, she's super talented marketer, ex-marketer at Pepsi. And from previous startup, we learned how to build successful business, build scalable products, and growth hack marketing. We're fortunate enough to have our advisors who help us with business, enterprise business development and supply chain. Up to date, we already raised 150,000 and continuing to raise 500,000. That will allow us to further develop our product, acquire more enterprise customers, and be ready to raise Series A funding. I'm done. Thank you for your attention and happy to answer all your questions.
Thank you for your insightful presentation. We will be entertaining all questions after this one last presentation. So it is my honor to welcome Nikat to the floor.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, thanks. We are Nikat. We are here to step EV transition. Problem with the electrical car is you need to buy the batteries.
We can't see your presentation at the moment. Can you make sure that you're sharing your screen?
Sorry. Okay. Okay. Can you see the presentation now?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Can you see the presentation now? Then it's okay. Just a minute.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're good.
Okay. We are Nikat. We are here to step up the EV transition. So if you buy electrical car, problem is the batteries. So you need to change the batteries in 3 years. This is half price of the car. And this is more expensive than the 3 years petroleum price of a normal car. So the batteries need new cathode materials and new materials very fastly. So battery producers are trying to develop new cathode materials, but it is taking really long time because development of new materials, there are infinite possibilities of synthesis and there is no theoretical prediction. We believe problem is the method, not money or the human effort. So we have a solution that we develop novel generation cathode materials by using AI technology. So we have a custom mathematical AI and prototypic industrial farm. Why now? Because AI matured enough, but not much teams can do it. We can do with our strong mathematics custom developed AI. And this is why we are invited by the United States Department of Commerce on a closed meeting in Washington, D.C. To the NIST, National Institute of Standards about the field. So we discuss the ideas with like 7 of the groups in the world. So our market size is around $1 billion and the total addressable market is $20 billion and the serviceable addressable market is $5 billion. So our product is custom AI developed cathode material. This is spherical particle. This is the 70% price of the battery, and also this determines the price and range of electrical car. Our team is strong. So we develop previous projects and previous experience. We develop custom-made confidential level technologies to BSF, Motorola, Max Planck, Caltech, and Mesoplus. And also locally, we develop technologies for SOCAR and Tüpraş and Türk Telekom and AI. I am the CEO of the company, like 15 years of startup experience. And also I have a technology transfer to global companies. And also, we have 4 ongoing PhDs. We are unique on that. PhDs in mathematics, PhDs in chemistry and AI. So we are a strong technological team on that. So we can do that. So what we do, we go to the battery producer. We require their existing cathode material. And then we use our AI-driven reactor farm to produce a better product and then test with customer and sign a memorandum of understanding, then building a factory. So we are already success with this method by 2 customers, which is Zinc5 US-based and Aspis Turkey-based, and we signed memorandum of understanding for them. And our business model is synthesis price model. We require customer to buy all raw materials, and the customer pays us for synthesis price per kilogram of the material. And for competition, there are companies that use AI to develop materials, but they are software-based. There are some high throughput lab scale companies. And there are also cathode companies that is a single formulation, but we have a high AI, high throughput industrial scale and multiple cathode formulation that produces by AI in industrial scale. So we have a memorandum of understanding with Zinc5. We are planning to sell the product in the next year. This is all revenue in $1 million. And also we will develop new materials, nickel hydroxide, NMC622, NMC811, and this is the total revenue. And we plan to get 2 new customers each year. So thanks for your time.
Thank you again. Now we will be taking time to entertain questions for the entire panel. When I am entertaining a question, I will be referring to who this question is directed at, so which startup, and if they can, again, not share their screen, but turn on their video and voice, that would be great. The first question that we have is for Kosher. And the question is, how long will your CTO continue to be stealth, and how can you bring parties to the market?
Can I get the question again, please? Because I couldn't get the first part of the question.
Great, of course. So how long will your CTO continue to be stealth, and how can you bring parties to the market?
Actually, this is a SaaS-based platform. So the first members will be coming from Turkish insurance industry. As I've been working with the insurance industry for more than 30 years, I know almost all the members. And we have talked to each of them, each of the CEOs, IT manager and reinsurance manager personally, and we got their insight. So the consensus is already there as the Turkish insurance industry, and as the insurance is a global, industry in itself, naturally. So all the local insurance companies have their foreign reinsurance companies outside of Turkey. So if we create the marketplace here in Turkey, it will be very easy to, call the others for our marketplace.
That's great. Thank you so much for your response. Let's move on with the next question. It is directed at Distant. So the question is, what does the user interface look like in a physical store, such as a cell phone or via an app?
Yeah, the video I showed was actually from a working prototype. We shot in the physical supermarket, and actually we put the content, the digital content, on top of physical spaces and try to get rid of any clutter in the 2D interface. So you just point your mobile device to any part of the store, whatever you're interested in, and the content will be shown to you as a personalized experience. So it will be quite similar to the one that we shown in the video. And I would like to add a little bit something, and that is the users do not have to navigate through the app interfaces, do not have to go to menus or push buttons or anything. They just need to point their device, and we will just understand where the device is and we will know what to show to them, considering the context. So it will be something quite similar to the ones shown in the video, I can say.
Great, thank you so much. Our next question is for Indima. So the question is, as far as I know, it's a very crowded market. So what is your differentiator, and what other industries do you think you can apply your technology to?
Well, thank you very much for the questions. So yeah, we know it's a very crowded market. Like there's a lot of energy management companies, but most of them are doing like as a traditional management. Like they're offering white label hardware solutions, like they're selling their device or sensors to collect the data and analysis those or visualize those. But we'll differ by forecasting. Like we'll predict, we are working on a machine learning algorithm. So our algorithm will predict the renewables availability in the power grid, and accordingly it will suggest to shift their production to the time when it's cost effective and ecologically beneficial. What was the second part of the question? Sorry, I didn't get.
The second part of the question is, what other industries do you think your product can apply?
Well, so initially we thought it can be applied to residential user as well, but there's no price incentive for like individual households or like that's why we have to focus our business to the commercial buildings and commercial manufacturing industries. So we set 3 criteria, namely energy intensity of the industries, and then load shiftability, and third is the load factor, like how the load is organized in a certain period of time. So we're focusing on these 3 criteria. We come up with 5 specific industries. So currently we are focusing on those 5 industries, but in the later we can also apply it with others industrial sectors.
Thank you for your answer. We will be moving on with the next question that is directed at Leo Drive. So the question is it used only for prototyping of AV, and is your product used for prototyping of AVs?
So there are 2 different points for the business model. First, for the companies or potential autonomous vehicle users to enter the market. There are capital requirements and they're being unaddressed because it's a high entry market. But our end goal is to work with a visionary OEMs, because all those OEMs need a sparring partner. So when I said we are the Waymo of small and mid-sized OEMs, we are hoping to work with OEMs in a long run, going to the production stage as well. But of course, to kick off this partnership, it needs to start with a prototyping, which is also important because they need a very short time to market because competition is boiling up.
Great, thank you. Our next question is for Link Robotic, asking about your competitive edge when compared to other players in the market.
Actually, I need to say that in the market there are some very precise, highly engineered products which give a lot very precise positioning error and etc. and orientation error. But our product is relatively cost effective. I mean, like we are in the region where there is a cost advantage, and we have sufficient performance to enable autonomous tasks such as battery charge, load transfer, and pickup scenarios. We can deal with them with 1 centimeter accuracy, and we can assure a competitive price compared to the other competitors.
Great, thank you for your answer. Our next question is for Murmur. So we have 2 questions directed at you. The first one is regarding how you will solve the privacy regulations, and the second is regarding how you will be competing with companies like Firefly.
Great questions. Actually, we already solved our data privacy issues because we comply with CCPA, GDPR, because we do all edge processing. We don't send any identity data or save it to the cloud. We do all data processing on the edge. It means that inside the screens, we have supercomputers, and we do all the data processing and send them back to the cloud, only generic information like man, his age, behavior. We don't know identities, and we don't need. And actually, talking to Firefly, so they had acquisition offer to us because of our technology, how we're measuring and delivering targeted, personalized ads. Firefly, actually, we're looking at Firefly and similar companies as a partners who eventually will purchase our technology solution and will help us to create a big mesh network of digital signage solutions.
Great. So our next question will be with Endema again. So they want you to elaborate on, again, it's a very crowded market. They want you to elaborate more on the differentiator of your company. This question is for Endema. Yes.
Yeah, sorry, can you repeat the questions? I'm not sure if I got it right. Sorry.
Yes, of course. So they want you to kind of elaborate on how you will be differentiating yourself in this crowded market.
Well, look, there's several projects goes on. This is like completely untouched market opportunity, like to predict the renewables in the power grid and then suggest accordingly to shift the production. So this is totally untouched. We analyzed the whole the market, we didn't find any competitors doing this. So why this is untouched? Because it's not easy task to to coordinate, to integrate within the production plants, like to change the production plant within the energy plant. So that's the things we will deal with. So we will deal with not with manual data or not taking the real data from the industries. That what is being done by several government-backed projects, like 10 years long project or 12 years long project. But they are doing it as a micro level. Like they're selecting a region, like Bavaria in Germany. They are selecting a region, then they are operating this project on like hundreds of the industrial plants, and then also they are connecting the utilities companies within this project. So they are doing this project like on the base of real-time data. But what we will do within our advanced technology, like machine learning algorithm, because the sun is not shining all the time and the wind is not blowing all the time. So the renewables is like fluctuating, and so the price also fluctuates. So we will predict this based on the renewables ability, and how we will predict the renewables, because it's also connecting to the weather conditions. So there's already some forecasting available, but we are developing our own algorithm, and then we will connect it to the production plants. So that's how we differ. And we also analyzed 5 years of renewables ability data in the power mix for all the European countries, and we found direct correlations in between renewables availability and these price changes. Hope this answers.
Great, thank you so much. And now we will be entertaining our last question for Camera Lives. And the question is, how easy is it to set up and run your no-code solution? And what are the potential shortcomings of this approach?